Rode in quiet dust, rising at her heel. A lone mark of justice no badge could steal. Town folk watch from porches worn and tired, knowing this moment had long been wired. The men she faced held power bars, caught from fear and deals gone right. Her hand stays steady on the weathered grip, thinking of the ones who never made the trip. Judgment in the dust, where the daylight bends, where a woman stands between right and sin. She can draw for vengeance or choose to bend, but her choice writes how her story ends. Judgment in the dust, and she stands alone. Their leader stepped forward with a crooked grin, said her path would crumble if she pressed in. But she recalled a promise carved deep in bone to defend the weak, even when alone. Her pulse beat slow as the silence grew. Even the wind felt it knew what she'd do. She weighed the price of a bloody score and the weight of peace she'd carried before. Judgment in the dust, where the daylight thins, where a woman stands between right and sin. She can draw for vengeance or choose to bend, but her choice writes how her story ends. Judgment in the dust, and she stands alone. Every rider lives with a hidden line where pride and grace intertwine. She thought of a friend she once couldn't save, and now mercy still carries the brave away. She lowered her weapon, let the moment breathe, said your ruling's here, now gather your thieves. The crowd stirred softly as the men backed down, shame spreading quiet across the town. Not every fight needs a fatal mark. Sometimes strength lives in sparing the dark. Her voice rang steady, her boots held sure. Justice can rise without a lure. Judgment in the dust, where the daylight thins, where a woman stands between right and sin. She didn't seek vengeance, she chose her end, left the dirt road cleaner than it'd been. Judgment in the dust, and she rode on strong. She vanished down the long worn track, leaving only truth at her back. Judgment in the dust, and no need to fire. She rode past the marker where her trouble began. Mud on her boots from the deeds of a hard hand. She crossed every boundary she once swore to hold, trading warmth for survival on a road gone cold. Now a child stood caught in a wicked man's snare, and she felt the tug of a duty laid bare. She buried much, but she knew this truth. Some lies bloom only if guarded by proof. Blood and grace hanging heavy in her chest, torn between the cost and what's left. She can walk on stained or choose a new way. Lay down the old pain for a brighter day. Blood and grace, only one can stay. Her hand still shook from the path she'd taken. Memories snarled like a vow mistaken. She'd send men running, she'd send men down. Wore the marks of her choices like a crown. But the child's soft stare, cut clean and true, stripping her down to the woman she once knew. Do I earn my soul? She breathed through grit. If I spare the harm or walk through it. Blood and grace hanging heavy in her chest, torn between the cost and what's left. She can walk on stained or choose a new way. Lay down the old pain for a brighter day. Blood and grace, only one can stay. Life can twist like a branching wind, but even the bent ones rise again. She weighed her heart like a loaded scale, wondering which part would tip or fail. She stepped through the shadows where the danger lay. Said your hope breaks here, this ends today. The man reached fast, but a draw ran true. Not for revenge, but to shield something new. She carried the child from smoke and sand, feeling a softness stir in her land. Her breath came slow as she set him free. Maybe there's still a place for me. Blood and grace hanging heavy in her chest, torn between the cost and what's left. She didn't walk on stained, she chose a new way. Lay down the old pain for a brighter day. Blood and grace, she found her say. She wrote it down with a lighter stride, knowing redemption rise at your side. Blood and grace, and tonight she chose grace. There's a faint dark rain on the cedar by my bed, where I rested the bottle while I studied what you said. Your scent still hangs in the quiet of the room. I take a slow sip, let the heat make room. You taught me things that still lean in my veins, a fine slow bun wrapped in sugar and strain. I breathe in deep till the shiver dies, count every slip you left behind. You fall through me slow, like warm thunder in the hollow where my secrets go, like a soft place scared to stand alone. You fall through me slow, warm by low, pull a weight I can't outgrow, good trouble on my tongue, and you won't let me go. Glass hums quiet on the dresser's edge. I read your warning like a vow I never kept. Your touch was patient, steady as a thief, stealing breath, but I'd offer relief. Even now, with the lights turned low, I feel the ghost of your shadows glow. I brace my hands on the worn wood grain, trying to out-talk this tether you. Love's a lantern with a crooked frame, and I'm the stubborn spark that won't behave. I circle the heat till my name thins out, half made of warmth, half sworn to doubt. Morning leans sharp through the faded blinds, a quiet truth I've tried to leave behind. I say I'm healing, but the mirror stands tall, knows where I slip, knows where I stall. Still I reach for a taste I should refuse, but craving's a habit I don't choose. One last vow I won't keep true, one more whisper raised to you. You fall through me slow, like warm thunder in the hollow where my secrets go, like a softly scared to stand alone. You fall through me slow, warm by low, pull a weight I can't outgrow, good trouble on my tongue, and you won't let me go. through dirt with a rage-born will. Cold in my bones, but hungry to kill. They left me face down in a roadside ditch, thinking a cowgirl's death comes easy and swift. But my pulse lit up like a matching tar, dragging me up right toward a crooked bar. I came back hard for the man they took, vengeance carved clean in my look. I rose from the ground for the one I love, storm in my hands and dirt on my glove. I swore I'd finish what they began, send those bastards down by my own hand. And when the deed was done, the dark gave trust, one last night of heat and dust. I found the leader by the busted well, breath thick with fear when he saw what fell. My voice came rough like a worn-out drum. Time to settle what you tried to run. His laugh cracked weak as he reached for steel, but I drew quicker with a thirst to seal. I didn't pray when the hammer fell, some truths don't need a farewell. I rose from the ground for the one I love, storm in my hands and dirt on my glove. I swore I'd finish what they began, send those bastards down by my own hand. And when the deed was done, the dark gave trust, one last night of heat and dust. Something warm stirred the second I turned, as if fate itself had finally learned. My lover stood there in the moon's low gleam, looking at me like a waking dream. I grabbed his collar with a fire-fed ache, pulled him close till our breasts both shook. His hands roamed rough like they knew my skin, tracing every place they'd once called sin. He whispered, baby, you came back for me. I answered with a kiss that refused to flee. My body burned with a hungered claim, one last night to say his name. I rose from the ground for the one I love, storm in my hands and dirt on my glove. I took my justice fierce and just, and earned one night of raw deep trust, one more taste before dawn's rust. The sunlight crept across my face. I faded like smoke from a hidden place, but my lover still feels my touch at dusk. One last night of heat and dust. the cedar's thin, folded his coat, tucked his stories in. The preacher spoke soft as the earth took him slow, but my heart stayed quiet, too tired to show. Townfolk nodded with their hats pulled low, like grief was something they didn't wanna know. I pressed my palm to the fresh cut stone, knew if I stayed I'd turn to bone. So I set my sights on the open land, left that place with a trembling hand. Every mile pulled tight like a warning bell, past and guilt riding close as hell, dust at my heels, nowhere to dwell. His debts, his sins, they all found me, as if loss has a mouth and a memory. I heard his voice in the evening heat, calling my name with a looping beat. But I kept on moving, head down lean, chasing a life I'd never seen. No turning back, no second run. Some reckonings can't be undone. So I set my sights on the open land, left that place with a trembling hand. Every mile pulled tight like a warning bell, past and guilt riding close as hell, dust at my heels, nowhere to dwell. Some ghosts don't fade with morning dirt, they cling to your breath and the shape of your hurt. I told him I'd live what he never could, walk the line between bad and good. Now the desert waits with the heat so mean, scraping me clean where I've been unclean. I ride till the highway turns to sand, leaving old pain where it can't demand. But his name still rides in the back of my mind, trailing behind like a rope unlined. If peace exists past the canyon bend, I'll keep on riding till my edges mend. So I set my sights on the open land, left that place with a trembling hand. Every mile pulled tight like a warning bell, past and guilt riding close as hell, dust at my heels, nowhere to dwell. I buried him deep, but he follows still, soft as breath on a midnight hill, dust at my heels. Maybe running is its own kind of will. There's a flame in the canyon that never dies, lit by the lies I left behind. I rode through the storm, through the sinner's rain, with her name burning deep in my veins. The preacher said grace don't reach this far, but I still talk to him under that scarred up star. Ashes on the saddle, smoke in my chest. Every mile I ride, I confess I can't wash clean what I can't forget. Ashes on the saddle, that's all I got left. His ghost sits quiet on the back of my mind, a curse or a comfort, it's hard to define. I see his face in the gun's cold gleam. He was the sin and he was the dream. No mercy waits on the other side, just the sound of hooves and a long slow ride. Ashes on the saddle, smoke in my chest. Every mile I ride, I confess I can't wash clean what I can't forget. Ashes on the saddle, that's all I got left. The wind tells tales that the dead still know of a girl who won't let the past let go. I buried my name with the life I led. Now I ride with the ghosts instead. Ashes on the saddle, smoke in my chest. Every mile I ride, I confess there's no redemption, no peace, no rest, just ashes on the saddle. And I ride possessed. Footsteps sink in the dust by your name. Marble cold as the vow I came to claim. Your hatband's faded on the cross I carved, a reminder of a night that still hits hard. I laid down flowers cut from the road, said I finished the fight you never got to hold. I hear no voice, just the pull of choice. Keep walking straight or honor the noise. Old odds and promises don't come cheap. They crawl through the ribs when I try to sleep. I swore I'd settle what you couldn't keep, so I ride tonight through secrets deep. Old orchard promises cut in stone, they bind you tight long after you're gone. A match flare sharp by the lean real slow as I wrestle with fate. Your last breath sits like iron in my throat. I memorized every word you spoke. Said, girl, don't follow the path I chose. But here I stand in my midnight clothes. What's right or wrong when the line won't stay? When grief turns steady and leads the way. Bone orchard promises don't come cheap. They crawl through the ribs when I try to sleep. I swore I'd settle what you couldn't keep, so I ride tonight through secrets deep. Bone orchard promises cut in stone. They bind you tight long after you're gone. If light ever lived in me, it learned to bend, burn down slow at the loss of a friend. I feel the tug of a darker bend begging me onward again and again. I grip the reins as the night folds in, knowing the cost of where I've been. Your shadow lingers on the fence line rail, guiding me forward without a trail. What I must do ain't grace or peace. It's the kind of justice that never comes clean. One last breath, one last choice. Ride for the truth or silence the noise. Bone orchard promises don't come cheap. They crawl through the ribs when I try to sleep. I swore I'd settle what you couldn't keep, so I ride tonight through secrets deep. Bone orchard promises cut in stone. They bind you tight long after you're gone. I leave the grave with my oath held tight. Whisper your name to the edge of night, till the deed is done, till the weight is light. Bone orchard promises right beside me tonight. Neon bathing my bare skin tight, whiskey fire burning through the night. Curves like a sin that won't be tamed. He's chasing shadows, calling my name. Lips trace down my heated spine, fingers map a route divine. At the bottom of a whiskey bottle, hand slide slow, claim every hollow. Breathing heavy, reckless and wild. Hungry hands on this dangerous child. Naked fire under starry skies. Whisper moans as our bodies collide. Chest rises with every breath I take. Hungry for more with every shake. Silk and sweat, the sin of lust. Wrangled tight in a heated trust. Your touch sets fire to my skin. A wicked game I'm born to win. At the bottom of a whiskey bottle, hand slide slow, claim every hollow. Breathing heavy, reckless and wild. bottom